Question. Let us discuss about skeletal system of the human. Skeletal system of human helps in posture and movement of the body. Posture means the different types of the bending movements shows by the body, and it is the skeletal system not only helps in the movement of the body, also plays main role in the different types of the functions. It helps in maintain the calcium and the phosphate levels in the body fluids, and it is acting as a major site for the production of the blood. It also protects the vital organs. Vital organs are surrounded with the bony structures. Okay, student. And entire the skeletal system is formed with the bone and few cartilages. Total 206 bones present in the human skeletal system. And in this endoskeleton, that is form that is divided into axial skeleton, appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton, appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton, this is arranged as a longitudinal axis in the body, and axial skeleton is composed with four parts which consist of bony structures. One is the skull, second one is vertebral column, third one ribs, fourth one is sternum. These four parts constitutes the axial skeleton, which consists of 80 bones. Okay, student. Next, another one is about the skull. Skull is the skeleton of head. Skull is the skeleton of head, and it consists of two sets of bones. Two sets of the bones present in skull region. These are cranial bones, which are present in the cranium. Next, second one is facial bones present in facial region. Student, and total the skull consists of 22 bones. Student, next another one is about the cranium. About the cranium, it is called brain box. Why it is called brain box? Entire the part of the brain is encloses with the cranium. Hence it is called brain box. Student, cranium composed with the 8 bones. 8 bones. These are cranial bones. Okay, student, this is about the diagrammatic part which shows the lateral view of the human skull. And these are different types of the bones present in the region of the skull. So first one is in the cranium, frontal bone. It is 1 in number, frontal bone. Form forehead anterior cranial floor. This is the frontal bone which forms the forehead and anterior cranial floor. Okay, student. Next, second one is parietal bones. Parietal bones are 2 in number. These are parietal bones. Parietal bones. Parietal bones are 2 in number. Parietal bones form sides and roof of cranial cavity. Parietal bone are connected with parietal bones connected with the frontal bone by the help of the joint-like arrangement, which is called suture. This is the suture is coronal suture. Coronal suture, it is the joint between the frontal and the parietal bones. Next, third one is temporal bones. Temporal bones. This is the temporal bones. These are 2 in number, form lateral parts and floor of cranium. Floor of cranium. Next, and the fourth one, occipital bone. Occipital bone, 1 in number. Occipital bone that forms the posterior part and the base of cranium. Occipital bone, that one is. And what about the foramen magnum? Foramen magnum is the aperture. It is the pore present at the base part of the cranium. Okay, student. And this is the aperture present at the base of the cranium, is called Foramen Magnum. It helps to communicate with the spinal cord. With the brain is communicate with the spinal cord by the help of the Foramen Magnum. Foramen Magnum is the pore-like arrangement aperture present at the base of the cranium, and by this brain is communicates with the spinal cord. Next another one is what about the dicondylic skull. Dicondylic skull. If you observe either sides of the foramen magnum, that shows the two occipital condyle, one in each side. Hence it is called dicondylic skull. Two condyles are present both the sides of the foramen magnum. Hence it is called dicondylic skull. Okay, student. Next, fifth one is sphenoid bone. Sphenoid bone. Students, sphenoid bone. This is the sphenoid bone. Sphenoid bone, one in number, present in middle part of the base of skull. Present at the middle part of base of skull. And this is the sphenoid bone is acting as a keystone bone of the cranium. Why it is called a keystone bone of the cranium? This is the bone is articulate with the many bones of cranium. So it is called keystone bone. Next another one, sixth one is ethmoid bone, one in number. Ethmoid bone that is forms and arranged as a midline anterior part of the cranial floor. Midline like structure present at the anterior part of the cranial floor. Okay, student, this is about the ethmoid bone. And another one about the facial bones present at the facial region. Student, these consist of 14 bones. 14 bones. Facial bones are 14 in number. Next, forms skeleton of the face. These are the facial bones forms the skeleton of the face. See this first one about nasal bones. Nasal bones are 2 in number and forms the bridge of the nose. These are nasal bones. Nasal bones forms the bridge of the nose. Next, second one is maxillae. Maxillae are 2 in number and these are joined together. Maxillae joined together and forms the upper jaw. This is the surface of the upper jaw that shows the sockets or alveoli and used for lodging of the teeth inside. Okay, student. Next, third one is zygomatic bones. Zygomatic bones. Zygomatic bones are 2 in number. These are also called cheekbones. Zygomatic bones also called cheekbones, 2 in number. Next, fourth one, lacrimal bones. Lacrimal bones are 2 in number. These are lacrimal bones. These are lacrimal bones, 2 in number. And these are smallest bones at the facial region. Next, fifth one is palatine bones, 2 in number. These are forms the posterior part of the hard palate. Posterior part of the hard palate is formed by palatine bones, which are available in 2 number. Next, another one, inferior nasal concave, 2 in number. Inferior nasal concave. Inferior nasal concave are scarlet-like bones and forms the lateral walls of the nasal cavity. These are the inferior nasal concave forms the lateral walls of the nasal cavity. And another one, seventh one is the vomer. Vomer only 1 in number, and this is the vomer is the triangular shaped bone. Since the triangular shaped bone present on floor of nasal cavity. Present at the floor of the nasal cavity. This is the vomer. Okay, student. Next, the eighth one is the mandible. Mandible is only one in number. This is the mandible is U-shaped bone and the longest bone. Okay, student. Next, it is the strongest bone and only one of the movable bone in the cranium region, except the ear ossicles present in the middle ear. Okay, student. And that is about the mandible, U-shaped, longest, strongest, movable bone. And the skeletal parts that are associated with the sensory organ. Already you know about the sense organs, and the sense organs. Some amount of the skeletal structures are associated with the sense organs. In this first one is about the nasal cavity. Nasal cavity, that is the nasal cavity divided into two cavities. Nasal cavity divided into left and the right nasal cavities. Nasal cavities by the help of the vertical partition, vertical septum like arrangement, that is called nasal septum. Okay, student. Next, another one, orbits. These are also called eye orbits. Okay, these are bony depressions. These are bony depressions accommodate the eyeball. Provides space for the arrangement of the eyeball. Next, third one is ear ossicles. These are ear ossicles present in the middle ear. Okay, student. And three tiny bones, smallest bones present in the middle ear. These are malleus, incus, stapes. Malleus is the modification. These are the modifications of another structures. Articular modification, it is the modification of malleus, is the modification of the articular, and incus, it is the modification of the quadrate, and stapes, it is the modification of the iomandibular. Okay, student. And these are the movable bones, tiny bones, movable bones present in the middle ear, which is called ear ossicles. Next, another one is ioid bone. Ioid bone, it is the U-shaped bone, and it is present at the base of the oral cavity. Between the larynx and mandible. Location is between the larynx and the mandible. Okay, student. And it keeps larynx is always open. Okay, student. This is about the ioid bone.